What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I go over some of the highlights, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Now, to go over some of the highlights, we have new info on the Air Jordan 5 Orange Blaze, as well as the Air Jordan 4 Shimmer. We have a look at the Air Jordan 6 Carmine in grade school, preschool, and toddler sizing, as well as a release date for the Clot Air Jordan 14 Low. Now, there's a lot more from Jordan brand, and the rest will be from Nike. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. In February, Nike Basketball and LeBron James will roll out his latest signature shoe in low top form, the LeBron 18 Low. One of the first colorways is known as Fireberry, and it comes dressed in a Fireberry, black, and light blue Fury colorway. Instead of using Knitposit 2.0, it comes with a mesh-like upper, along with a molded ankle and padding for support. It also features thick taping that runs from the forefoot down to the midsole, and then we have an air unit in the heel and a translucent outsole. I believe this will be the first colorway to release, and they will debut on February 3rd. And currently we don't have a retail price. From Nike, we have several sets of official images that unfortunately we don't have additional release information, or we don't have any new info. So the first pair to go over is the Nike Dunk Low in Spartan green. Now the pair features a simple color theme. Constructed with leather, we have white on the base and then Spartan green on the overlays. Finishing the look is a white midsole and a green rubber outsole. Unfortunately, no release date for this pair. Initially, they were expected to debut early 2021. Technically, it's still early 2021. So more than likely, we should be getting more information soon, and the retail price will be $100. Next, we have official images of the Nike Dunk Low Michigan. Now this is an OG colorway, but this time around it comes in low top form, and it features varsity maize, midnight navy, and white. So we got yellow across the base, navy on the overlays, and then white on the midsole. So a pretty straightforward look. I'm definitely thinking about pulling the trigger on this pair when they do release, but unfortunately no release info. Just like the Spartan green pair, this pair is expected to debut early 2021. So once additional information is available, I'll make sure to update you guys, and the retail price will be $100. We also have official images for the Nike Dunk Low Medium Curry. Now the good news for this pair, we do have a release date. However, it is possible that the release date could change. I just checked the sneakers app. The shoes are currently not listed. However, it is possible that they could release at other retailers and then maybe the sneakers app later on, or the sneakers app can update probably later on next week. So for this pair, they release on January 28th, and the retail price will be $110. The last set of official images that I'm going to go over without additional information or anything new is the Nike Dunk High Premium Dark Russet. Now, just like the Medium Curry pair, at the time of shooting, they are currently not listed on the sneakers app. It is possible that the sneakers app will update maybe in a few days or early next week, or they could release later on the sneakers app because this pair will debut on January 28th. At least that is the release date for now. However, a lot of releases have been moved around. There was a bunch of dunks that were supposed to release at like Foot Locker and places like that, and all of those got pushed back. I believe some of them are going to release in early February, but for this pair, January 28th is the date for now, and the retail price will be $120. Undercover just unveiled their Fall/Winter 2021 collection during Paris Fashion Week. During the event, they also showcased their Nike Dunk High collaborations, which will release in 2 colorways. So one of the pairs comes dressed in white while the other features black. Now the 2 will feature text that reads Chaos on the left foot and then Glashovich on the right foot, which means balance in German. Please bear with me. I'm probably sure I butchered that. I tried my best to pronounce it. There's also a few other words that I'm probably going to mispronounce, so I want to apologize also in advance. But on the ankle collar, we have Neues and Neuer, which translates to new and new. Finishing the 2, we have speckled details on the midsole. No set release date nor a retail price for the 2, but they are expected to release Fall/Winter 2021. this is definitely a pair that I'm waiting on, and it's the Nike Kobe 6 Protro All-Star. Originally released in 2011, the brand will celebrate its 10th anniversary by returning the model this year. So we saw the Grinch release on Christmas Eve, and that celebrated the colorway's 10th anniversary, so they're going to debut around the same time they did in 2011. Comparing the official images to the OG, it looks like there's going to be one big difference. So on the OG pair, it features this subtle red design on the tongue, and looking at the official images, it appears that the new release will be in all black. Now there is a possibility that Nike messed up, or this could be an early sample that they took pictures of, because about a month ago we received a first look at the 2021 pair, and it also features that red design. So hopefully it comes exactly like the OG. Also, we have an image of the insoles, which I think looks clean, basically a tribute to the All-Star game that took place in 2011. So unfortunately, we don't have a release date for this pair, but they are expected to debut in February, possibly around the time when All-Star Weekend would take place. I still don't know if we're having an All-Star Weekend this year. I tried looking it up maybe a month ago or 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't find anything, and I haven't looked since. So if anybody knows, once again, let me know down below. And the retail price will be $180. Now, this is really the reason why I did this video, because obviously this information couldn't wait. If I had waited until Monday to bring it to you guys, then it would have been way too late. And even though we don't have the specific time, my video should be live before the drop, and hopefully this info helps you secure a pair. Now, LeBron James stated on Instagram that the LeBron Watch series is returning. Every month on the 23rd, there will be a special drop that takes place on the Sneakers app, and the first pair will be the Nike LeBron 8 Graffiti. This pair was first seen back in 2011 and worn by LeBron James in the Goodman League vs. Melo League exhibition that took place when the NBA lockout was in place. The pair is a nod to the LeBron 4 Graffiti, and as you can see, it features the same graffiti print across the upper. We have black and red detailing throughout, as well as white, and we have a red rubber outsole. Now, the most important part is the release info. Now, we don't have a specific time frame. At the time of shooting this video, they are not on the Sneakers app, but the rumor is that they will drop around the time when the Lakers take on the Bulls at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. Unfortunately, we don't have a retail price. Now, since this information is not confirmed, and if you really want this pair, keep your phone by you, because it is possible that they could drop in the morning, and there's a chance that they drop even before this video goes live. And I don't know how limited they're going to be. Just know that if you hit, you are truly lucky. I remember when they did the LeBron Watch series sometime back, I had tried for every release and missed every single one. So whoever is trying to go after this pair, I wish you good luck. Moving on to Jordan brand, and we have an Air Jordan 1 mid to go over and a couple lows. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this colorway. It is unique, and this is the Air Jordan 1 mid SE Dutch green. So the pair comes dressed in Dutch green, black, and barely green, featuring barely green leather on the base, while Dutch green lands on the overlays. Black leather hits the swoosh on the panels, and then pink hits the wings branding, Jumpman on the tongue, laces, and branding on the insoles. Lastly, we have a white midsole and a green rubber outsole. So I don't know, I feel like this matchup is a bit weird, but I like it. And unfortunately, we don't have a release date. This could be one of those pairs that whenever retailers get them in, they'll just put them on the shelf. They won't have a release date per se, but more so a time frame. However, I could be wrong, because I have seen a few mids and lows that do have release dates. Anyways, when there is more information, I'll make sure to update you guys, and the retail price will be $125. The first Air Jordan 1 low to go over comes dressed in black and orange. This is an SC edition. Although it's orange, it kind of looks like it has a red hue to it. I remember some years back, I don't exactly know when, but Jordan brand released an Air Jordan 1 high. It wasn't an OG. It might have had a strap, but the pair I'm speaking of reminds me a lot of this pair, but it's in low top form. So to go over the shoes, they feature red on the overlays, which also hits the Jumpman on the tongue and insoles, and then we have black leather on the base. Black also hits the tongue, laces, and patent leather swoosh. More black lands on the heel, Next, we have an embroidered wings logo on the heel, a white midsole, and a black rubber outsole. Just like the Dutch green pair, we don't have a release date just yet. I'm leaning towards this pair also releasing randomly at retailers. They won't have a specific date, but if I am wrong on it and we find out of a release date, I'll make sure to update you guys, and the retail price will be $110. The last Air Jordan 1 Low that is not in OG form to go over is known as Tropical Twist. Now, when I first saw images of this, I said, damn, they look a lot like the Tiffany SB Dunk. And as soon as I shared it on Twitter, I saw a bunch of responses stating the same. So I'm glad it's just not me. And although this is the biggest difference, it might be hard to tell in a few angles, but the swoosh is gradient. So it has this light orange and it gradients to Tropical Twist, which is like a teal shade. But there's a few angles that actually makes it look metallic silver. Other than that, the release is pretty straightforward. We have Tropical Twist on the base, black on the overlays, tongue, laces, ankle, around the heel, and then we have white on the midsole and a Tropical Twist rubber outsole. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like these a lot. It reminds me of the Tiffany Dunks. I'm so mad that I sold those years and years ago. I do have the highs, just not the lows anymore. And just like the other two pairs I just went over, this one doesn't have a release date. More than likely, whenever retailers get them in, they'll throw them on the shelf. But if a release date does take place, I'll make sure to let you guys know. The retail price will be $120. A couple days ago, images finally came out of the Air Jordan 4 Taupe Haze that has the cracked layer removed. Now, I actually got a bunch of questions on this because what I was told is that once the cracked materials is removed, it'll showcase metallic silver. Now, from these photos, it definitely isn't metallic silver. So why is this? Well, the individual who did this, he actually used a Dremel to remove the materials. Now, if I can find the video, I'll include it here. But as he's using the Dremel to remove, you can actually see the metallic silver. However, that probably wasn't the right tool to use since it also stripped off the metallic silver. I do give this guy a lot of credit. I don't know him, but I know people nowadays when they would get a shoe like this, they're either A, going to resell it, B, keep it dead stock, or C, we'd have to wait months and months until somebody actually would take off this cracked material. So he did try, and the reason I'm actually showcasing it is because of all the questions about the metallic silver or lack thereof, and I just wanted to address that. So I will admit, the look isn't that bad like this. However, this is one of the shoes that I kind of wish at this point didn't have a wear away upper. And for the release info, currently the pair is scheduled to debut on February 27th. They were recently pushed back, and the retail price will be $200. When I first saw the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Chinese New Year, I was really impressed. This was a pair that I felt that I needed to have. Technically, I don't need any shoes, but this is a pair that I really wanted. Now we have some new information along with some new images that makes me believe that there is no chance that I am going to get a pair, at least not at retail. So what is that new information? They are limited to 8,500 pairs. So that is less than the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 that's coming out. And in one of the images, which I'll include, it actually says which number the shoe is. So in this case, it's 5,298 out of 8,500. Now, I can't tell exactly where this will be placed on the shoe. It actually looks like it's on the box. And we do have a release date that is just around the corner. However, I haven't seen them on any release calendars yet. Over the weekend, I'm going to scan to try to put together a list, nor have I seen them listed on the Sneakers app. So I really hope that it's not an exclusive to China. It would make sense, but we have the Air Jordan 5 Low Chinese New Year, which I believe releases today. And although that pair is limited, they will be available in the States. So I hope the same treatment is available for this pair. And for the release info, they will debut on January 31st, and the retail price will be $130. Another pair that I've been waiting to purchase is the Clot Air Jordan 14 Low. I know there's not a lot of fans of the Air Jordan 14, especially the 14 Low, but the release date has been announced by Clot, and they are scheduled to release on February 8th. Unfortunately, there isn't additional information available, like a retail price or where they're going to be available at. I do believe they will release on the Sneakers app since we have seen official images. They are going around, but this is another pair that I may do a where to buy, not an exclusive where to buy video, but I'll include it in one of my news videos. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the Clot Air Jordan 14 Low. Do you plan on grabbing them when they release? We have new images of the Air Jordan 6 Carmine. In previous videos, I showed off quite a bit of detailed looks at the men's version, but now we have photos of the grade school, preschool, and toddler pair. The GS looks on point. They do have Nike Air and a translucent outsole. The preschool size will have Nike Air branding as well, but they'll have an all-white outsole, and that will be the same for the toddler sizing. Currently, the pair is releasing on February 13th, and the retail price in men's sizing will be $200, grade school will cost $140, preschool will cost $80, and toddler sizing will retail at $60. Now, there's been a ton of release date changes going on, and the good news for this pair is that it hasn't moved yet. I'm definitely going to knock on wood because this is definitely a pair that I need, and I know a lot of you guys want to grab it as well. We have some new information on the Air Jordan 4 Shimmer. Now, this info comes from zsneakerheadz, so shout out to him. He actually told me some additional info behind the scenes, and for those that don't know, this is a mock-up. However, you can expect something similar to this to release. Now, they're also expected to feature a large metallic silver Jumpman on the tongue, and they'll have various shades of nude running across the upper. Now, according to his source, and this is pretty big in my opinion, is that the overall look will make a lot of people call this, and I hate this word, a poor man's off-white. It seems that after a collaboration releases with Jordan Brand, maybe a year or two after that, the brand releases the same model in a similar colorway. From a marketing standpoint, it makes sense. Let's use, for example, the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1. That shoe was hyped, it still is, and it sold out very fast, right? So later on, we had the Air Jordan 1 High OG Mocha. It definitely has a Travis Scott vibe to them, and what do? They sold out very fast, and the resale prices on those are, I believe, close to $500, if not over, which to me is crazy. Now, this isn't the only shoe that they're going to do a poor man's version of, and I'm only using the word because I don't have another way of explaining it. But the second pair that I was told of is the Air Jordan 5 Orange Blaze. So this pair was also said to resemble that of a poor man's off-white Air Jordan 5 in cell. Again, this is a Photoshop, but you can expect something similar to this to release. Now, to give you guys the release info for the two, the Air Jordan 5 Orange Blaze will release on September 25th. The retail price will be $190. As for the Air Jordan 4 Shimmer, which is a women's exclusive release, this pair will debut on September 3rd, and the retail price will be $190. Unfortunately, we don't know if this pair will be available in extended women's sizing, but more info on that soon. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. I know it's the weekend, you guys could be doing many other things, or maybe you guys watch this video at a later date. Either way, I appreciate you. Hopefully there's enough news to have a video for Monday, but usually the weekend is somewhat slow. So if I don't have enough news for Monday, then I'm going to have to upload Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm really trying to keep this 3 uploads a week schedule. I know last week I kind of messed up and only did 2, but I should have enough for 3 next week. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, make sure to leave a comment below, and I will be responding to you guys later on in the day, possibly in the evening. Also, if you have a second, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching, stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.